Oh, we are not on CB time. Yes. What up, family? It's your boy Amaru, and I am here for the first time with a great group of panelists for One Gotta Stay. Put it up. Y'all know One Gotta Go. You choose between four different people in a topic, whether it be games, sports, movies, and you choose one of the people that's got to be out of there. Well, for this one, we're giving you four legends. And everybody on this panel has got to pick one to stay. Them and their work. After that, everybody else is gone. Today, we got Denzel Washington versus Leonardo DiCaprio versus Tom Hanks versus Will Smith. And I have an illustrious panel here to tell us why we are all wrong and telling us who's got to stay. So I'm going to introduce everybody first to my, still don't know this, that way. Boom, how you doing? All the
What's
way
up,
out.
everybody?
Callie, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
I'm good, doing good. You ready to go?
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. And then my brother out here in Charlotte, Mr. Devon, A.K.A. Vaughn, talking all the crap before getting on here. How you doing, sir?
Good, man. Windsor Park in the house, ready to rock and roll.
All right. Ryan, I actually don't know where you live, sir. Where are you at? What do you do?
I'm in one of the smaller worlds of this universe. It's called Maryland. It's one of the 50 realms. I don't know if anyone's ever been to that realm before, but anyway, that's where I'm from. And hey, Star Wars is in the house. Oh wait, that's
there you go.
But no, I'm happy to be here. I don't know what's going to happen. This is a new thing. This is a new experiment. So the only way you can find out if it's going to work or not is to have this experiment and see what the results are at the end of the night. So we may have fun. We may yell at each other, maybe best friends. We may even become the worst of enemies at the end of this broadcast. But one way or the other, it's going to be genetically electrifying. So let's do it.
I love the hype. All right. And then next, the in between him and, we done lost it. What happened? Right when I was gonna.
Somebody went off script. Producers.
The broadband
Can we get someone in here? Can we get someone in the booth?
Well, we'll just move over to my man overseas. It is late out there, but he's always doing it. Mr. Joe, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Amar. I'm doing good. It's always fun to try out new things, test out some new shows, also get to know some new faces. So this should be fun.
All right, cool. And apparently, I don't know if this man wanted to be on screen or not, but let's see if he stays. What happened?
I have no idea. Like, no clue. Like, you're like, and in between is like a TikTok video. I'm telling you.
I by mistake on the Facebook post tagged my brother, Emmanuel Moses. This is Emmanuel Ross. Not my brother. But
Moses, yeah.
Anyway, so let's get this thing started. So each of us shows out of Denzel, Leo, Tom, and Will who got to stay. And Ryan, Peggy wants to know, what is genetically electrifying? That's her question.
If you grew up watching professional wrestling, especially in the late 90s and early 2000s, and a gentleman by the name of The Rock, then you would know what I'm talking about.
Anyway, all four of us right now have Denzel, Leo, Tom, and Will, and one by one, we are going to say who has to go until we are left with one. And with that, I am going to start off. So, this hurts. But for me, the first one off of my list is Mr. Tom Hanks.
Oh!
Tom Hanks has to go.
Wow.
I love Tom Hanks. That is America's Papa. He is from Oakland. I taught at the middle school he went to. Shout out to Bret Hart Middle School, as Emmanuel is going to come in and out apparently. But everything about his movies are pretty great. But for me, Tom Hanks, his movies in general and what I have from him just are not as rewatchable as the rest of them combined and all of their work. So that's why I had to get rid of Tom Hanks. Anybody else have Tom Hanks as their first to get out of here?
Me. When I first saw the list, his name was first to go.
Vaughn, you too?
Yeah, I had him. Actually had him in at first, but I did some thinking, and I had to move him out first, man, just because of his quality of movies.
You say that like his quality of movies is bad though.
Well, compared to everyone else's, they're not, like you said, they're not as rewatchable. Plus, he plays a lot of ordinary characters.
Ordinary.
Yeah, ordinary like detectives. He plays guys in weird situations, like in Castaway, where he's stuck on an island. It's ordinary to me. It's one of those.
Wait, hold on a second. So my computer couldn't even handle the chicanery of saying that Tom Hanks was first. So what does that mean?
Bond says that Tom Hanks is basic. I don't know about all that. And Ryan and Joe look like they're about to walk off.
Yeah, that's dumb. This is dumb. That's the dumbest thing you said so far in this broadcast.
And we're just 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
But yeah, me, Drew, and Vaughn all have Tom going first.
Jeez.
3 of you.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, we were either going to be best of friends or the worst of enemies. I think we just made enemies here just now in the first 5 minutes of this show. Jeez, Rue, you're killing me, Smalls. I know it's a different movie and a different genre, but still, jeez, man.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Don't get me started on his versatility or lack thereof.
Really? So you going? No, I can't. Sorry, I'm not. Foolishness.
I know. I agree.
I will say, like, the Terminal might be his most versatile role. I love Terminal.
I love the Terminal. That's a great movie. I love that movie. But like you said, most of his stuff is like a one-time watch. I won't watch Forrest Gump again. I won't watch The Terminal that often again. It's a one-time watch. Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Forrest Gump, other than Talladega Nights, is America's most quotable movie.
It is. It's a great movie.
Rewatchable.
But I'm not going to say, let me go turn on Forrest Gump right now.
Why not? The feather flies across the screen. It's a beautiful movie.
It's on Paramount Network every other weekend.
Name one.
I will tell you, the movie I've watched the most of Tom Hanks is The Terminal, and that's the one a lot of people think is his worst. So
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's all right.
No,
there's one other person on this list that has a trilogy, and let me say, Tom Hanks's trilogy is infinitely more rewatchable than somebody else on this list.
Ooh, there you go. There you go, Joe.
That trilogy is one of the best, but still, I got more for me, and I don't know about Drew or Vaughn, but for me, I got more things I would watch from the rest of that crew than I would from Tom, and I love Tom, but he had to be the first.
Yeah.
You don't love Tom. If you put him dead last, you don't love Tom. You're
Tom Hanks in Cloud Atlas?
Score extra points with your viewers.
Yeah.
That again?
Isn't Tom Hanks in Cloud Atlas?
He is, and I've never watched that.
Yeah, versatility. Thank you. The movie is crazy.
Voice
I heard that was a
acting
3-hour
is not
snooze
acting.
fest, but I can't comment or speculate because I've never seen it.
Cloud Atlas.
Remember, it's not just his acting; it's his directing as well. It's the other stuff he does. Without Tom Hanks, there's no Band of Brothers.
I've never watched it.
Joe brings up a fair
when I went
point,
through
though.
my list, he had the least amount of movies and things like that I've seen. So
It's not about quantity with Tom Hanks, though.
it's quality.
It's quality in Tom Hanks' work. You don't have a whole bunch of Tom Hanks flops. It's not happening.
Yeah, but still, it's just I can't do it. Drew, Vaughn, is there anything else you need to add on top of why he's last on your list?
Nah.
I got a couple things. Emmanuel, can you name one of his quotes from Forrest Gump?
Life is a box of chocolates. Not like a box of chocolates. Life is a box of chocolates. That's the Mandela effect thing. I'm just saying.
By the way, thank you for bringing that up, Peggy, in the chat just now. League of Their Own is one of the most and greatest rewatchable films of all time.
Okay, there's no crying in baseball.
Pure greatness.
No crying. I loved it, but I haven't seen it in at least 15 years.
Oh, Rue, man, that's one of the most rewatchable films ever made.
Hey, I saw it a bunch as a kid, but I haven't in a long time. Anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Can I get one more thing about Tom Hanks?
Go ahead, Vaughn. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Another thing. How many times have his movies crossed the $100 million threshold?
Toy Story, at least 4 times though.
At least 4. Toy Story.
Toy Story
Cross that mark.
Yeah, but there's plenty of actors and actresses that are like amazingly great on top of their game that never reached that mark. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like saying if you got an Oscar, it has to make you good. That's not a real thing.
Okay.
But if it doesn't get good, go ahead, bro.
No, I saw this and it was just like okay. I'm gonna leave that there, and on that I'm just gonna move on Emmanuel, you're up, sir.
Okay.
Who is your first to go?
My first to go. Well,
Your first to go. Number 4 on your list.
this is the easiest out of all 4 of these people. Leonardo DiCaprio.
I hate you.
Whoa.
I'm not mad at that.
It's the easiest one.
Okay.
The easiest one.
No.
How is it? None of this is easy. How is it the easiest one?
Well, we're not supposed to talk about other people, but like Leo as an actor, like he has some good things. He's done some great things, but let's be real here. They're not up to the quality of the other 3 candidates. They're just not.
No.
Can't be serious.
Nah.
Can't be serious.
Like you got Gilbert Grape, Titanic, and maybe Catch Me If You Can.
I love
Catch Me.
Not maybe. There is no baby in this.
Inception was not about the acting. It was all about the process of making the movie.
The story,
it's not about the acting.
But can you put anyone else in Leo's role in Inception?
I don't know. But generic other people you could put in the stuff.
It wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, it would be the exact same.
You remember who you pick in their work is gone. They in the movie, they gone. That is gone. The show is gone. Everything is gone.
Say that one more time.
Here's the thing, though. You talk about The Revenant, the thing he won the Oscar for. But the thing he should have won the Oscar for is The Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
he is phenomenal in both Tarantino movies he's appeared in. He's incredible.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Leonardo DiCaprio is interchangeable.
In his little caravan alone, in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, is fantastic.
I wasn't that big of a fan of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I hated it.
It was a snooze fest.
That scene.
It's all snooze fest.
But it was good.
Like you talk about The Revenant, like that's a movie that no one talked in.
Like,
really? There was that much less dialogue? Okay.
Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, Leo is good, but like, could he be changed out with a Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Absolutely, instantaneously. In any movie that he's in.
No, not for any movie.
I don't know about that.
No.
In Titanic, congratulations. That is not even about him. It's about Kate Winslet. Nobody talks about other than the fact that Kate Winslet let him on. Other than the fact that Kate Winslet was painted. That movie is not about Leonardo DiCaprio.
Kate Winslet should have let him on the damn door.
He's not your big movie.
Jack could have lived if he had just jumped on that damn door.
Right.
They both could have lived. Emmanuel, what I was saying was like if you're picking somebody to go, their work is gone. So Inception is gone. Catch Me If You Can is gone. Gilbert Grape is gone. Django
New York is gone.
All of it is gone.
When it comes to
Gatsby, killed Jack. She killed Jack.
Gatsby was trash. The book for Gatsby was trash. It was trash when I was in high school.
That's my favorite book that isn't a movie.
Gatsby is like in my top 20 movies.
Nah,
dude, I like Leo's version of Gatsby.
When you talk about, but you saying like, okay, well, all his work has to be gone. That's cool. When you look at the other work of the other 3 candidates, I'm okay. My Netflix and my Hulu and my Amazon will be just fine.
I get it. I get it. I respect that.
Is there anybody else who had Leo last? So you're on your own there, sir.
A visionary.
All right, so
Blood Diamond's gone. The Man in the Iron Mask is gone. Oh wait, we don't talk about that.
It's okay.
I'm just kidding.
Next up, Ryan. Who is your last pick? Who's number 4 for you?
Who's number 4 for me on this list? Okay, so of the candidates that were presented to us, I went with the Fresh Prince himself. I went with Will Smith to be taken off this list because I'm looking at the works of the other candidates. And for me, he's the bottom of the barrel of the 4. He just
did you just say bottom of the barrel?
Yeah, bottom of the barrel of the 4. Not of all time. I'm just saying of the 4 candidates.
Candidates,
I'm going with Will Smith because one, look, I grew up on Men in Black like everyone else did. I grew up on films like I, Robot. I grew up on I Am Legend, Independence Day, for Pete's sake. One of the most fun action adventure movies of all time. I get that, but 7 Pounds, Pursuit of Happiness. Those are like one-time watches, and then you're done.
No.
Enemy of the State
everything
can be
you else-
rewatchable on TNT every couple of weekends because even though I got it on Blu-ray, and that's one of Tony Scott's better films. And you got Legend of Bagger Vance, which I actually enjoy, but nobody talks about. That's fine. I'll be in the minority on Bagger Vance. I liked him in that. It was fine. It was cool. But other than that, his work is like, yeah, Hitch, one time and I'm done. I don't need to see
I
it
watch
anymore.
Hitch
But
every night.
So
But yeah, Fresh
No,
Prince is
movie.
gone. He's out of the running. He is dead last. It's just
No.
the other candidates.
No.
Him
Blasphemy.
is the bottom of the barrel.
Blasphemy.
so,
Ryan
so
just has to upset
Joe, it seems like you also have Will Smith as your bottom of the barrel as well.
Blasphemy.
Well, bottom of the barrel is a harsh way of describing it, but I did put Will Smith at the bottom of this list, and purely because it's not about recasting; it's about getting rid of their work. And compared to the other three, I would get rid of Will Smith's work because compared to the three, it's popcorn. It's popcorn, and also we get rid of Wild Wild West.
What do you mean by popcorn? What do you mean popcorn?
No.
I love that movie as a kid.
Clarify popcorn.
I would just say, look, they're fun, they are really entertaining, but for me, the other three's body of work is just performance-wise, direction, everything about those movies makes them great movies, whereas Will Smith has fun movies.
Okay.
And that's why I looked at the other work and I just said I want to keep these people's work over Will Smith's.
I agree with you there on the fun movies, but doesn't fun make you want to rewatch it over and over and over?
I could go.
Not over and over and over. I have fun watching them, but sometimes I want to rewatch them. However, the most recent Will Smith movie I did watch was Enemy of the State, and I really did enjoy that.
That is
Enemy of the State is good stuff, man.
Here's the thing, though: Will Smith, no matter what role he's in, though, is going to make you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It could be a comedic thing, like we all know that scene in the TV show Fresh Prince, where he's
Fresh
like,
Prince.
"Why does my dad not want me,
man?
Why does dad not want me?" When he gets that job at the end of Pursuit of Happiness, heart is ripped to absolute pieces. When he lets that dog die in I Am Robot,
Don't do that. I'm muting you. No.
I Am Legend.
Do not bring that up.
So
you are muted. You are muted, man. We're not bringing up dogs in this.
You talk about range.
He does it all.
Oh, we'll get into range when we move up the list as well.
Okay.
Oh, up the list.
Yeah. So, Will, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I said the words bottom of the barrel. I don't mean you're like the bottom of the barrel when it comes to acting. You're a good actor, sir. It's just for this list, you're at the bottom of the list. Let's just put it that way. Sorry, Will.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I know he's watching at home right now because, what else is he going to do?
No, you're going to be invited to a Red Table Talk soon.
Probably.
Why do I have 2 iRobots?
Why do you have 2 copies?
I'll take one.
I go resell one.
You might as well make a sale.
I'm mad, but yeah.
All right. I messed up for a second. Keep talking and keep bantering as I fix this real quick.
Oh, he's fixing the list. Mm-hmm. All right, play Jeopardy. Insert Jeopardy theme here.
No,
I'm kidding. Yeah, of all the films that I've seen of Will Smith, probably my favorite is Independence Day. Or Men in Black, either one. I'll take either one. I will take Men in Black or Independence Day any day of the week.
On that note, we're just gonna move on here.
Move on, move along.
So, Ryan, I'm gonna have to just cut you off on that one. Enemy of the State was great. Bad Boys was great. Men in Black was great. Independence Day, I gotta see again. But as of right now, so Ryan still has Denzel, Leo, and Tom. I still have Denzel, Leo, Will, Emmanuel, Denzel, Tom, and Will. Joe, you got rid of Will, and Drew and Devon have the same list so far, also getting rid of Tom. With that, we are going to go on to Joe. Who is your second off? You didn't kick them out, but they couldn't stay.
They couldn't stay. This is really hard because it's literally there's decimal points between the next 3. But I went with Denzel.
No!
Man.
Wait, who did
he said Denzel. He said Denzel.
What?
I know.
This list is automatically disqualified.
Right.
Everything we just said is invalid.
This is it's so close to cool. But when I looked at it, I looked at what I'm going to rewatch more, and as much as I love watching Remember the Titans, Man on Fire, Fences, even his direction, you've got to add that into his direction here with Man on Fire. With Fences and Antoine Fisher. It's all incredible. I'm just thinking about the rewatchability here and how many times, apart from really Man on Fire and Remember the Titans, how much am I actually rewatching?
I gotta ask, but I think I know the answer here. Well, I do know the answer. I have the list, but anybody else have Denzel going this early?
Ed, I had him.
Nah, do you have it going now?
Okay, no.
Yeah, no, you're on your island here, sir. I did not think this was gonna happen. I did not think Denzel was going before top 2 for anybody's list, and I saw that. And I will tell you, I had another list who had Denzel going first, and I was just like, "Ooh, I want you on," but he couldn't be here, and I was just like,
There was no way Denzel was going first because, again, just in terms of Will Smith, I would watch more of Denzel's performances over Will Smith, and that's the thing. I would watch Man on Fire. I would watch Training Day. Oh
yes, yeah. I was waiting on you to name
Alonzo.
Oh, Training Day. So just putting it on, and I will get into why my number 2 is just above my number 3 when we get to it.
But it's just a Denzel is what they call a body of work. Right. We're not talking about Will Smith, whatever you said, Will Smith, whatever. I'll give it to you. Denzel has a body of work. I mean, like you can just stab any movie list in any year, and it's always going to. He's the Adele of movies.
Did you say Adele?
The Adele of movies is going to make a movie. It's going to do well.
Nobody here has to sell me on Denzel Washington.
Obviously, we do because you put him on third.
You look at the 4 actors we were given. This isn't me saying, "Oh yeah."
They're all good actors in their own right.
Right.
This isn't me putting Denzel over Jai Courtney or something like that. This is.
Oh jeez.
Look at the body of actors we've got.
You mean Captain Boomerang? No, I'm kidding.
Quick. Jai Courtney was the first one that came into my head.
No, it's all right. He plays Captain Boomerang. We know him.
Yeah. All right. So I think you kind of left everybody speechless. So we're just gonna moving on, and we're gonna go to Dreux. Dreux, who is your second off the list?
My second off the list. It's Leo.
Oh,
should have been going.
You know, we've talked about him already. He has great movies and all that kind of stuff, but things that I would go and watch over and over again, besides the Titanic, probably not. Or Catch Me If You Can. I'll watch that over and again, but yeah.
Catch Me If You Can is great, but out of everybody on this list, nobody here has a movie over 3 hours that I will rewatch.
You're right.
And I will rewatch Wolf of Wall Street, and I have done a lot. And that's one of the things you've got to point out. That's the longest movie probably anyone has on this list, and it's one of the most rewatchable.
It is. Agreed. Yeah.
The drug scene itself is is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Period. I'm not fucking leaving.
Which drug scene? Shoot.
I'm not leaving.
Which drug scene? Yeah, right.
I thought you were talking about
There's like 50 million of those in that movie.
And when he's trying to drive the car and he thinks he's good, and then he's not. Yeah, that is the fact.
Who said the Gatsby was a piece of shit? I love Gatsby.
Oh damn. Well, apparently, Peggy believes
Peggy. You're watching the same movie we were.
Thank you, Peggy. Peggy knows what's up. I'm telling you, Gatsby is not it. It's not it.
I agree. It wasn't a great movie. It wasn't a great movie. I watched it one time, and after that, I was like, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Hey, Dreux, I have it on Blu-ray, so I'm there with you. I don't have it to show the millions of people watching at home, but I do have it on Blu-ray. It is. It's sitting in my closet right over here.
Did anybody else have Leo going second on their list?
I had him going second.
My volunteers tribute, that was me.
Right. Any reasons why y'all got rid of him second as well?
Just body of work. I mean, he's put out some good movies, but I want to see more from him. You know, I want to see him in different roles because he's normally playing kind of like a bad guy outside of like Inception. Okay. I want to see him in different roles, but he's still like pretty young. So he's got time.
That's the thing we talked about with Range, though. I think that's why I didn't put him in the third or fourth place. It was just because we've seen him as sort of the wide-eyed hopeful in things like Gatsby and Titanic. We've also seen him play an absolute bastard, apologies for not allowed to swear, in things like Django Unchained. And that's why he just edged out over Denzel for me.
I don't know.
All right.
It's not hard for somebody who's blonde to have a different roles and seen in the different ways. It's not. It's like Rachel McAdams. Okay, cool, bud.
Bringing in casualties in this. Well, me and Emmanuel are left with the last one, and both of us, even though we just talked about it, we both have Will Smith going second. For me, I love Fresh Prince. I love his 90s run and the majority of his 90s run. But there are things that the other two actors have done that there's no way I'm losing it. And it's Fresh Prince got it. Fresh Prince is the reason I was this close to switching. There's some things I can't lose before losing Fresh Prince, unfortunately, because as much as I've loved that series, I haven't seen an episode in a while. So and you said it. Will has enough plots that I'm like, yeah, I can get rid of those before the things that I'm keeping from the other two. Yeah,
for me, the strongest thing about Will is the flops. It's the bright. And we watched it. Anybody watch Bright?
I liked it.
Bright good.
Did we like it? Did we love Bright? No. It was you could watch for an hour and a half while you're quarantined. They're making the Bright 2. It's a terrible decision. Horrible decision. Wild West was absolute trash. You know what I'm saying? Men in Black.
My childhood.
Men in Black was a cinematic masterpiece as a child. I'm telling you this. 2, 3, nah, we're okay.
Skip Bayless.
What?
Skip Bayless. I mean Emmanuel.
Yeah.
I just got that.
I didn't. Was it from a flop movie? I don't know. I didn't get it.
Sports reference.
Okay, no. I got a flute right here beside me. I don't watch sports.
Well, none of us are right now.
After Earth put him bottom.
What happened, Joe?
If we get rid of Will, we get rid of his body of work, so we lose Jaden as well.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah, Jaden,
he's doing good for the world, though. Like, giving people water and feeding the homeless.
In boxes and such. Yeah. That's okay. I mean, Icon was a good track. That's about it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Okay. I will say losing Fresh Prince, I gotta lose this gem when they had the earthquake. And Will Smith starts sitting stuck in the basement, sitting on a tricycle, girl getting on my nerves. That scene alone, there's so many iconic scenes from Fresh Prince, but having to look, it does hurt me. But it isn't fair that Will Smith is on this. It's not fair that anybody's on this list. That's what the point of this. That is the point of this. But
the thought just occurred to me that if we lose Will Smith's body of work, we also lose some of his music, and I'm living
right.
I'm more disappointed.
Which was a hit.
I was just thinking about movies.
No, it's all over. He's gone. But
oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
It's okay. It's cool.
Instagrams are gone. I haven't listened to his music in a while. I haven't watched Fresh Prince in a while, though I will always want to watch it. It just I can't lose Denzel and Leo before that. So we are left. Each of us are left with 2. Joe apparently is the only one without Denzel because he's just
crazy.
Yeah. But other than that, he has Leo and Tom. Vaughn and Drew both have Denzel and Will. I have Denzel and Leo, and Ryan has Denzel and Tom. And with that, we're gonna go to who has to stay. And these are the numbers of how many people picked who. So, one person picked Leo, one person picked Denzel,
Really?
2 people picked Tom, and 2 people picked Will. And I'm gonna let the people who are on the island go first. So if you're on the island, you're there by yourself. And I need the person who told Leo to stay to go ahead and go first. And that was me.
Why? Please tell us why.
I picked Leo. which was very surprising to me. Leo is staying on my list for basically one reason, and one reason alone, and that is Inception. Inception is my greatest. It is my favorite movie of all time.
Really?
Period. Point blank. You take that. You take Catch Me If You Can, and you take the rest of his body of work. I will be watching Inception for the rest of my life. I will watch Catch Me If You Can if you can ever do that. If I see Training Day, I might watch a scene and then keep it moving. Malcolm X is very long. I can't go ahead and rewatch that thing either. Inception is that. It really is. That's why Leo is staying out of everybody.
You're entitled to your opinion.
No, and that's a good movie, man. It really is. You must be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling. I mean, it's a dream within a dream within a dream. We've never seen a film like that before. It was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Nolan movies. I'll give you that.
Not great because
okay, he didn't write it. He didn't direct it. He didn't film it. He didn't costume it. He's not an engineer. Okay, like
I don't care. Yes. He's in it. That means if he's going, Inception is going. I'm not having it. I am not having it. Inception is one of the greatest movies ever. And for me, Leo, it hurts my heart because Denzel is the man, but Leo has to stay out of those two. So
wow, I respect your loyalty. I respect that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid, but we respect it. I guess.
You know that I've seen the Leo posters in your house too, so I get it.
Leo.
Right. I'm there just watching him all day.
I don't like. How do you pick somebody whose greatest dramatic role when he was 13? Like I don't understand.
It's the movie, man. I'm not saying he's better than Denzel. I'm just saying
like his last
in general, he is. I will say he's gonna go down as arguably one of the greatest actors of all time.
His last great role for me is whenever he was looking at his mama and shaking her, going, "Mama, wake up!" I'm telling you, dead. That was the best scene for him.
He was great in Django. He was amazing in Django.
He was entertaining.
He was good in Django. That glass broke. He deserved an award for that role. It wasn't the best thing in Sliced Spread though.
He was great, and we mentioned it 4 or 5 times. He was great in not Once Upon a Time. That shit was trash. Wall Street. Just you take his body of work and you take those 2 movies, Catch Me If You Can and Inception. I can't lose that. I just can't.
Wow.
Okay.
All this over 2 movies.
Yes, 2 movies and the rest of what he can do.
What he can do. So now we're going based upon potential.
Oh, boom. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing, Drew.
Okay, just clarifying.
Leonardo DiCaprio was born in 1974. He is not a spring chicken. He's not a young dude.
Yeah, he's 45, guys.
He's put out really good movies though.
That's like 30 years.
He's put out great movies. The Wolf of Wall Street is phenomenal. Titanic's fantastic.
I liked him in Blood Diamond.
Yeah, me too.
I love Catch Me If You Can, but there's another
Catch Me If You Can is really entertaining.
Not just
it really is. Where is that at? I have it somewhere over here.
Do you have Blood Diamond in there too, Drew?
No, I don't have Blood Diamond.
Dude, Blood Diamond's awesome.
It is.
So Rue, do you think that was his best role? Inception?
Which one?
Inception?
No, Wolf of Wall Street was the best.
Wolf of Wall Street?
Wolf of Wall Street was
Belfort?
definitely
Okay.
for sure. All right. So with that, the other person on the island, which I am extremely 100% surprised about this, but the person who picked Denzel, come on through.
I think it was me. Wouldn't I pick Denzel?
Yes, that was you, son.
Man,
That was you.
I'm telling you. Like, I don't understand how I'm the only one on the island with Denzel. Like, I don't understand.
I will tell you, you were not alone for a while, and then 2 people switched around.
Like, I feel like I'm being betrayed by a people by not having Denzel at the top.
That's what
automatically.
No, you're not.
Automatically betrayed. You know what I'm saying? Denzel has a body of work, and it's not. And I was looking at Tom Hanks versus Denzel, and I noticed something. I know I'm not supposed to talk about other people, but I was noticing something.
Oh no, go ahead and talk about it now. We
I'm just saying, Tom Hanks doesn't have the amount of work that Denzel has, and then Denzel has those roles that people quote, people know, like it's a different person. I guess that's why he did win for Training Day, because it is a little different from what the typical Denzel character. Was. I did not like Training Day. It wasn't my favorite movie in the whole entire world for Denzel. I thought it was good. I watched it.
That was a great movie.
That's like a
right, but so him in second place. So let's not discuss whether the movie was good or not. But like, you have even Denzel's weakest movies like Deja Vu were amazing.
Deja Vu was great.
Deja Vu was great.
I do like Deja Vu.
Yeah.
But people don't talk about stuff like that. You know, like people don't talk about movies like that when it comes to Denzel, because it's like it's an obscure Denzel movie. So, but he's good. I just think he's the best.
So, Emmanuel, this is chess, not checkers.
What about? Go ahead.
So with Denzel, like, what he only plays like 3 different roles in his movies.
Okay.
In all his movies. So he doesn't. I don't think that versatility is there. You know what I'm saying?
You out of your mind.
No, he's good.
No.
He's good. Like he can't play everything. He can't
Okay.
play everything.
what can he play?
His best roles are he's playing like a dirty cop. He's playing somebody that's going against somebody else. You know what I'm saying? He's playing
a dad trying to get a heart for his friend.
John Q.
Vince is a cheating husband.
This is my second time it was like, I will not bury my son. My son will bury me.
Let me tell you.
Come on, man.
Let me tell you, I was scarred as a child by that Time Is On My Side song. I don't know you realize it.
Oh yeah.
American Gangster? Come on, man.
There you go. There you go, Emmanuel. Yes, sir.
Like, it's scarred. Like, I thought, like, I don't know. He's a great actor. And I'm okay. And I can see you say that about his variety and roles and this, that, and the third. I give you that. But here's the thing. Sometimes people who do things well do things well with what they need, and they're still the greatest in sliced bread. And if that was the case, Chick-fil-A wouldn't be popular. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to figure out what is for you and then do it well. I'd rather take somebody who has crafted their talent for dramatic roles over somebody who's just doing something for money and they're taking whatever.
Okay, I can respect that.
It's the Beyonce rule. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need you to act anymore.
All right. Well, damn, Ryan, what is going on? We'll come back in a second.
Dial-up connection.
So, I was very surprised about how this ended up turning out, because it ended up being that Denzel was one of the highest ones, and then it switched over. So for our last one that we're gonna fight out with who you have, we have as that Ryan. I hope you stay on, because now we're showing you and Joe picked Tom, and Drew and Vaughn stuck with Will after switching from Denzel and put Will up. Go at it. Why'd y'all pick what y'all picked, and why are they better than everybody else?
I picked Will not just because of his movie presence, but he's all over the place, man. He's a great influencer, man. He's like a songwriter, producer, a rapper, singer. I mean, he has like a big presence, man.
Did you just say singer?
Yeah, singer. He sings, right?
He raps, but
Raps.
An artist.
But he's an artist. Yeah, he's an artist. He might not be a good rapper, but he does. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest.
Summertime?
When we got the list of these 4, Tom just went straight into number 1. He had to stay. What we'll lose if we get rid of him? It's not just the performances; it's his direction. We lose Band of Brothers. We lose that thing you do, but then we also we do lose his performances. We lose the Catch Me If You Can. We lose the Toy Story.
Well, he'll stay.
We lose Captain Phillips. There's no way. All of these, he's just phenomenal all the time. He's one of the most beloved actors working today, and there's no way we can get rid of Tom Hanks.
I will say that those movies are good, but Tom can be replaced in those. He can be easily replaced.
We've said we're not doing the replacements. We're getting rid of their body.
Their works though.
Their works.
Yeah.
I just can't get rid of those works, because it's not just what works for us here. It's about what works as a whole. And if you get rid of Tom Hanks, you're losing stuff that you can watch. You can lose stuff that your kids can watch. The older generation can watch it. Every single thing has something, and that's what Tom Hanks has from Toy Story through Captain Phillips, through Band of Brothers, through everything that he's done.
You can do that with Will too, though.
Yeah.
You can do that with Will.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince, you can show your kids whatever you want. I won't say he necessarily has any great animated films, but Will is something you remember from a kid all the way up.
Shark Tale? What you talking about? What you mean?
Wait, which one?
Wasn't that a Shark Tale? Wasn't that Will
Yeah,
Smith?
Flying Disguise. I didn't see that, but
There's a great animated film out now about a band director Will Smith is in. It's awesome. It's amazing.
Brian, you're a little quiet over there, man.
Yeah, well, I wanted, I didn't want to interrupt Joe because he was getting out all the points so great, much better than I could. Joe, you get extra bonus points, man. So yeah, I had Tom at the top of the list because like if you take away all these films, it's like, are you kidding me? You take away A League of Their Own, you take away Splash, you take away Forrest Gump, you take away Big, you take away Catch Me If You Can, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Mr. Freaking Rogers for Pete's sake, the Da Vinci Code, The Terminal, whatever, Road to Perdition. That's another good one. I mean, it's like. You take away that, it's like life isn't worth living if you don't have Tom Hanks in your life. I'm sorry, but it's true. Denzel is one of the greatest actors of all time. I'm not going to take anything away from Denzel. I'm not taking anything away from him. But of those movies, of all the bodies of work that all these actors have done, Tom Hanks has more movies than any of these actors that I could go back and rewatch over and over and over again. And they put me in a good mood, or they just, Denzel, he can do whatever he wants and get it and do it incredibly well. I mean, whether it's John Q or Training Day, Glory, Man on Fire, whatever. But Tom Hanks, like, he'll put a smile on your face, whereas Denzel, you got to be in a certain mood to watch some of his films, because some of his films are more serious and more darker than others, whereas Tom Hanks, he's like a ray of sunshine, if you know what I'm saying. So that's why Tom is at the top of my list, and that's why he has to stay.
Oh, so Tom Hanks can be like, but Will Smith's movies are just fun.
Yeah, they're fine, but they're not like, they're not as rewatchable as Tom Hanks movies. I'm sorry, but it's true, at least in my opinion.
I'm going to cut in. I'm going to cut in.
But yeah, okay, go in.
I have to. Okay, so without Denzel Washington, without him, all right, we have to get rid of Mo Better Blues. We have to get rid of Glory. We got to get rid of Malcolm X, Pelican Brief, Philadelphia, The Preacher's Wife. I forgot about The Preacher's Wife. Let's be real here. It's a crown achievement of Black cinema, The Preacher's Wife. He's funny. It's not a serious role. It's him being a comedian. You have to get rid of Fallen. He Got Game, The Bone Collector. Remember the Titans, Training Day, John Q, Antoine Fisher, Man on Fire. The list goes on. Great Debate of American Gangster. Like it's crazy the amount of movies that he has. And just because he's not palatable all the time doesn't mean that his movies are not as good as somebody who's just making fluff, if you tell me.
Emmanuel, I confused two of you when I posted it, but my brother agrees with you very much. Two Emmanuels to the light.
Except for The Preacher's Wife. It's okay. You can have it. I'm saying Denzel was cold in a gray suit and shoes. I'm telling you, it was good.
Yeah.
Drew, you haven't mentioned why you kept Will up too much.
I agree with Emmanuel. Everything that he's named about Denzel, I absolutely love. But when I weighed the two, I love Denzel because of my mother, right? I was introduced into Denzel by my mom, and Will Smith is something that I kind of, grew into my own, right? It's my generation. It's something that I grew up with. All of his movies I can watch again. Bad Boys, except for the last one, it kind of sucked, but Bad Boys I love. Ali is good. I like Focus. People like it. Hitch
wasn't bad.
I can watch that to go to sleep almost any night. Well,
Don't
I
think
shouldn't say it puts me to sleep, but I love it.
Remember what you said.
Yeah, it's a good movie to put me to sleep. His stuff is fun. People don't really like Suicide Squad, but I love Suicide Squad. I would be really upset if that went away. Denzel is just more. Will is more of my generation.
I didn't think Suicide Squad would have been invoked here. Did you just say that?
Yeah, I love Suicide
I like Suicide Squad. I'm in the minority. I like that movie.
Aladdin. I thought he did really good in Aladdin. Like I like how he tries to be lighthearted and fun, and I can just watch his things. Fresh Prince. Again, I had said Denzel at first, but then when I start thinking about his music and he's entertaining, like he said, like his Instagram and all that kind of stuff. If all that stuff went away, I'd be kind of sad. Denzel is more of me in my generation. Will is more of me in my generation.
Okay, Drew.
My mother.
I agree, Drew.
Drew. I'm sorry. With all that stuff, can you explain Hancock to me?
Yeah, superhero.
Can you explain After Earth to me?
Drunk.
That was Shyamalan. That was Shyamalan. That was him, not Will.
Yes, Hancock still made over 100 million.
Whatever. That wasn't. You said Leo.
It was entertaining. I have it on DVD as well.
For Inception, and that wasn't even Leo. So if Leo gets the credit for Inception, then Will Smith takes the credit for Hancock.
Range.
And After Earth.
He tries to do the serious things. I'm not going to say he's the absolute best, but I enjoy some of it, like The Pursuit of Happiness and 7 Pounds. He really tries with that. And then he can give you really fun and lighthearted as far as like Aladdin and things like that. So I give
Leo best, but I give you it. I give you that.
Yeah. Joe, I need a little bit of a hand here because you had Leo second. So give me some reason why you picked him over Denzel and then went to Tom.
Out of everyone's movies here, there's only one movie that's over 3 hours that I can rewatch out of all of these, and it's The Wolf of Wall Street. And it was literally that edged it. I mean, I love Man on Fire. I love Training Day.
Denzel had a 3-hour movie with Malcolm X.
Oh, okay.
Malcolm X is good. And if you can't watch Malcolm X one time, we can't be friends.
I would rewatch more, and I have rewatched more. It's The Wolf of Wall Street. It was just that edged it over.
I will say I haven't seen Malcolm X one time.
It's okay.
I've only seen Malcolm X one time, and that was like hundreds of years ago. I can't even remember how long. It's been almost 20 years since I've seen that movie.
I don't know if I'm brave enough to admit that on screen. So.
Well, I'm very old, man. I'm willing to admit it. I mean, you're like 12 or 13, so count your blessings, because once you turn a certain age, it's all the way downhill, man. So enjoy your childhood, Rue. That's all I'm gonna say.
With that, we've already said that we are not mentioning the scene, Manny. So shut up. Before we get out of here, anybody else got anything else to say about why they picked who they picked? Want to yell at anybody else for picking Denzel to go third? Hell. Anyway.
What, Devon?
So I'll say that I did have Denzel first, but again, once I was like weighing the impact of both, I was like, I'd much rather keep Will Smith, because Dreux was saying, also that he has like a lot of lighthearted movies, and he can be serious. Like he's played like villains, superheroes. I mean, he's like it, man. You know what I'm saying? And he uses his platform as a voice to influence people, man. So I really like that about him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Will Smith.
So did we even decide what a criteria was for, like, other than our personal opinions? All I'm saying is Denzel fits every criteria. Okay?
This is 100% opinions. That's what makes it so good.
Tom Hanks is like my number 2. He was number 2 for me. I can't say I can't like hate on Tom. You know what I'm saying? But like pound for pound, Tom Hanks has made his career off of doing like properties. You know what I'm saying? Like for most people, Toy Story.
I won't lie. I won't lie. If this was movie fights, my list would have been completely different because I knew what I could argue better. But when it comes down to personal opinions, I had to put Tom Hanks number 1. Yes. If this was a movie fight where I was making a debate and I wanted to argue properly, I would have this list would look completely different.
Yeah.
The only thing that I wouldn't want to lose Tom Hanks for is Radio Flyer. That's the only one I'm not willing to part with.
For me, it's Toy Story.
Castaway for me. And Toy Story.
Yeah, that movie Castaway was so good up until the last like 10, 15 minutes where he doesn't. Well, am I allowed to spoil it for our millions of viewers at home?
I'm pretty sure you can spoil it right now.
Okay, all right, Castaway, you don't get the girl at the end. That pissed me off. How dare you? How dare you not give him back the love of his life, Helen Hunt? How dare you, Hollywood? How dare you? That guy was on an island and nearly died to get back to the woman that he loves, and she doesn't want it. Like she just brushes him or whatever it was. I'm like, what? That's not how your movie ends, Tom. No, you deserve more respect. But other than Castaway being a fiasco at the end there, sorry, Tom. But yeah, no. Look, all 4 of these actors have accomplished wonderful things in their respective careers. I'm not going to take anything away from that. Denzel, I mean, if I had a Mount Rushmore right now, I'd probably put Denzel on the top 4. Like, there's no question. That guy is a boss. Okay? A boss. But Tom Hanks, I mean, you're the ray of sunshine every day. And for you to play Mr. Rogers and then 2 minutes before that movie went on the air, we find out that you're the distant cousin of him, Bless
Oh,
you,
damn.
sir. Bless you. That is just phenomenal. He's the fourth cousin of Mr. Rogers. It's
That's
true.
fake.
It's
That's
true.
fake.
Look
Fake
Look
news.
it up,
That's
man.
fake
It's
news.
real stuff. It's not fake news. It's real. It's legit. So
the minute Tom Hanks started mentioning playing bidwiz for people in Oakland, I already loved him, but that just put him over the top for me. That's my favorite video of him of all time. So there is no spoiler alerts for movies that came out in the 2000s. No.
No.
yeah, he doesn't get the girl at the end of Castaway. Just so you know.
If we're going to talk about
about
the
him
last
in a
10,
volleyball.
15 minutes of a Tom Hanks movie, then I'll throw it to the last 10, 15 minutes of Captain Phillips. That is his performance there is devastating.
Yeah, I agree.
I haven't seen that, so I'll let that go. But anyway,
Rue, well, I'll say this,
see it.
Rue, your homework for tonight, after this broadcast, you need to rewatch A League of Their Own because you're going to laugh your ass off and you're going to be smiling from ear to ear, man. One of the best rewatchable films ever made.
Okay,
out of these four, all four of these gentlemen are absolutely amazing. Who we ended up with is both Ryan and Joe have saved Tom. I picked, according to everybody else, I saved Inception, but I saved Leo.
You saved Inception.
You say Inception.
Emmanuel picked Denzel, and Drew and Devon picked Will. And as for their lists, that is so small.
That is so small. You got to zoom in that camera,
microscope.
man. Zoom in the camera so the millions of people watching at home can see that. There you go.
Ryan had Tom first, then Denzel, then Leo, then Will. I had Leo, Denzel, Will, then Tom. Emmanuel had Tom, Leo, Denzel, and Denzel, Tom, Will, and Leo.
3 people had Tom last.
Yeah.
How dare
Joe
you?
had
How dare
Tom, Leo, Denzel, and Will. And then Drew and Devon ended up, after switching their list with the exact same list, where Will was first.
Oh, man.
Denzel was second, Leo was third, and Tom was last. This was a very, very big roller coaster of things switching up before we got on air. So with that, I want to say thank y'all to my illustrious panel for this very first episode. This was mad fun, amazing. Drew, Vaughn, Joe, get some sleep. Emmanuel, Ryan, I do very much appreciate it. Does anybody here have anything they need to plug, need to talk about? Anybody, just raise your hand. And where can everybody find?
DREUXSUAVE, Drew Suave, Instagram, Twitter. Follow me.
Vaughn.
Movies.
Coach Hammock _ Coach _ Hammock HAMMOCK on Instagram.
Joe.
You can find me over at Twitter, Joe Ed Farrelly. You can also find me Movie Trivia Face Off as Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly. And also we're starting a new show with David Garcia. It's called And Your Winner. And our first guest will be Robert Parker. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm also over at Lake TV Fights as the current champion.
Nice. Emmanuel?
You don't get social media from me because I teach high school, so you're not getting that social media. But you can find me any Monday at 7:30 at Charlotte Storytellers.
All right, and Ryan.
Got to protect that reputation, man. First of all, Rue, thank you for having me on this show tonight. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Check out my podcast. It's called The Nerdcast. I review movies, past and present, if there are any movies out right now, which I don't think there are because everything's closed. But you can check out my reviews there. You can also follow our YouTube channel. It's called Nerd Culture. We talk about all things nerdy, whether it's movies, TV shows, comic books, anime, manga, whatever. We talk about it there on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram at It's Nerd Culture. Videos are up now. New videos are coming your way very soon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and also follow me on letterboxd.com/RyanTheMovieBuff. You can find my hot takes are all over that place. Let me tell you something, it's a big menu, so check that out. And also, thanks for having me, and I will see you next time. Back to you at the answer desk.
Yes. All of this will be in the section below for links to everybody's stuff. Y'all are on my channel already. Your reviews, I do reviews. Me and Drew also do bite-sized reviews, bite-sized IG reviews. The link is in the details below. You want a quick review about a movie? Check us out. We do a bunch of those things on there. Next week, my plan is we did actors. Next week, we're going to do actresses. Some of y'all have heard this list already, but I did make a minor switch. So next week is going to be Miss Meryl Streep, Viola Davis, Regina King.
Oh wow, okay.
Or Julia Roberts. So that is the list. That is the list of 4 for next week. If you are interested in being a panelist, hit me up, DM me on anywhere you can talk to me. And with that, we will see y'all on the next one.
Valar
Peace.
Morghulis. Valar Morghulis.
I love the hardest.